Alright everybody, welcome to Hot Tags and Hot Takes, where I take your hot takes on professional wrestling and I just respond to them. I'm not qualified to respond to them. I'm just a fan, just a dude on YouTube, but I'm going to respond to them anyway. Because yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's a lovely intro. So let's get going. Here we go. Hot take, hot tag. There should be more rules in wrestling and should be enforced strictly. While I understand what they're saying, I would have to disagree to an extent. I do believe that there are some professional wrestling companies out there, specifically on television, that rules aren't exactly followed as well as they should be, whether to, just follow storyline, set up a nice spot, or whatever. And I do think that they need to be enforced more strictly, but I also believe that it depends on what promotion is going on. Specifically, let's say it's a promotion that has more of a focus or an emphasis on hardcore style of wrestling, much like a CZW or GCW. If there is a match going on and it's not specifically stated that this is a hardcore match, this is a death match, whatever, if someone just breaks out a chair and the referee doesn't do anything about it, if someone breaks out a door, doesn't do anything about it, I think that kind of is fine. Although, if it is more of a professional company, I'm not saying that GCW or CZW aren't professional, but if it's more of like one that you would see on television and they're not following rules as well defined, then yeah, I definitely could see how that could be a gripe for some people. I believe that the overall talent is better than ever. However, I am personally less entertained than ever. Now, I think this is more of a gripe than it would be a hot take. So, I talked to this person a little bit, kind of asking for them to explain themselves a little bit better. They said that, they love the in-ring talent that they see on television, but they're not as, drove as they used to be. So, my response to that is check out other stuff. There's more stuff that you can find on television. I would suggest signing up for IWTV. Subscribe to their service, $9.99 a month. There are plenty of promotions out there with a lot of really, really good workers out there, a lot of really good wrestlers, and a bunch of really, really nice talent that are working just as hard, if not harder, than some of the people that you are seeing on TV. If TV is not really your thing, there are definitely other outlets for people like you who are just loving what's going on. So if I had to recommend some, I'd definitely check out the work of AJ Gray, of course Warhorse, who was on AEW television not too long ago, Jake Something. Those are probably my favorites on the independent scene right now. Kevin Owens is daddy. You're goddamn right he is. I have a blank submission, so here's my response. CM Punk is overrated. Alright, that's a little spicy. Although you're a little bit late to the party, CM Punk has been overrated since 2014. So you're a bit late on that one, pal. However, CM Punk was never overrated. CM Punk is one of the most influential independent wrestlers of the early 2000s, and going into the 2010s is one of the greatest baby faces, and as well as one of the best heels going in World Wrestling Entertainment. You cannot tell me that man is overrated. That man is a workhorse. That man does great things. He's great on the mic. When you shake up the Rock on the mic, you're good on the mic. So, I don't want to hear it. CM Punk is not overrated. CM Punk was never overrated. I don't want to hear it. Next. John Cena is the best to ever do it. The best to ever do it. Now, I'm a big fan of John Cena. John Cena was my hero growing up back in the early 2000s. And while I don't know if I would say he's the best to ever do it, I definitely understand your point. Being, fantastic in the ring, his longevity versus people like, say, Hulk Hogan. Well, Hulk Hogan did have a pretty long career, but, was he the greatest in the ring? Was John Cena ever the greatest in the ring? He had some phenomenal matches, but was he ever greatest in the ring? You have somebody like Stone Cold, who I would put up there as one of the GOATs. You have Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels. Now, I don't know if he would be... Now, John Cena would probably be the best to ever do it. That I don't know. But, although, if I'm a CM Punk's my favorite, John Cena is... If he's not right here, he's right here. So, I mean, he's up there. I definitely believe he's up there with one of the greatest of all time. So, I think Drew McIntyre is a good fit for champion. Yeah, I don't know. I'd say he's one of the best champions WWE has had in a while, especially when it comes to how well he's booked. I like the way that he's always strong. I mean, that's a big Scottish man. If he was taking hit after hit and losing all the time, getting just made look like the fool, then yeah, I would say he's then yeah, he probably wouldn't be the best. But I really like the way he's booked. He's booked a lot. One of my favorites since Kofi, because wasn't really a big transition considering it went from Kofi to Brock to Kofi. But I really enjoyed Kofi as champion, and I really enjoyed Drew as champion. I think he's a good fit. Not every match should be a 5-star match on the card. I do agree with this one, and I think a lot of I've seen a lot of wrestlers on Twitter also agree to the sentiment that not every match needs to be the best match ever. I'm not a wrestler myself, so I'm not going to tell a wrestler how to work his own match. But save yourself. Just your spot on. I'm just assuming your spot on the card is where it's at. I mean, obviously you want to put on a good show for everybody, but I would say, yeah, not every match does need to be a 5-star match. Leave people wanting more. I always unless you're the main event, always leave people wanting more. And I think that's one thing that I enjoyed a lot about some workers that I've seen, is that I've always looked at them and be like, wow, I want to see what they have to do next. I want to see what they have to do next. So, yeah, I would definitely agree to that sentiment. Cody is a good wrestler and has great storytelling skills in the ring. Ooh, another hot take there. Another little spicy one. Where's my wings? Where's my Frank's Red Hot? That one's spicy. Hot take. So, people who know me personally know my opinions on Mr. Cody and how I see him. So, and this is a friend who submitted this, and I know he just wants to hear me respond. Cody is one of the most overrated workers in wrestling today because of just his. Now, I can't say that he's not a good wrestler. That man is a good wrestler. He has put on great matches with some great people, but I'm just, with Cody, obviously I'm not going to be able to rate Cody in the ring as well as, somebody who actually does professional wrestling for a living. But I'm personally just not a fan. I find him very bland. I find his in-ring style not exciting at all. He definitely has an old school style, much akin to a Mr. Dusty Rhodes or Ric Flair. I would say he does have good storytelling skills in the ring, as long as he's in the ring with somebody else who also has good storytelling skills, which he normally puts himself in the ring with people with good storytelling skills, much like an Eddie Kingston or a Kenny Omega or the others. I think he's a better heel than he is a face. So I would much rather. I hate seeing him as a face. I don't like Mr. Suit wearing neck tattoo, bleach blonde hair douchebag as my hero. I don't like that very much. I'm not going to say I'm going to appreciate him as a heel either. I just say I like him better as a heel, especially during his time in Bullet Club. Hated him anytime he was on my screen. I just wanted him to get his ass kicked anytime I saw him. So I would say he's a better heel, and he's as a heel, he's a good wrestler. As a face, he's a horrible wrestler. Don't like him, hate him, spit on the ground he walks on. So that's my hot tag and hot takes. Hope you like it. Yes, I am ripping off Anthony Fantano. So I just hope you guys had a good time. I hope to do this again sometime. Thanks for staying on my channel. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Comment what's your hot take. Talk about it next time I do this, because I am horrible at getting these out on time. I am horrible. Absolutely horrible. My eye itches. My emo hair is just getting in my eye. I don't know how I did this back in the day. Ugh. Anyway, hope everyone has a good time. I don't know how to sign off. See ya.